Brokey schmokey, let's do a random run, but I have 3 rerolls, okay? If I want to reroll. You know what, I've played you so much lately, I actually don't want to do this again. You're always fun. Renegade, bonus projectiles. Is that a thing you can do with the icicle? I mean, Shuriken is my favorite on this, but I think icicle or javelin could both be really fun. Do we icicle it? Or Ghost Scepter it? Is there anything else that would be cool? Maybe just the Javelin, because it has such insane scaling, sure. Like 100% melee damage scaling is quite absurd. And every 5th hit that we do is guaranteed a crit. Though when you upgrade it, it gets better. And it has Pierce. Okay, that is actually quite good. Hey, how about we get a chest? Here. Come on. We didn't get a chest. That was a lot of material though, but we didn't get it. Let's go for melee damage or attack speed. Javelin. One more javelin. Javelin. This is good. We need to buy a lot of these cheap items. Like, so the way the character works is you start with minus 400% damage, but your damage is divided by 5, so it's actually minus 80% damage. And per tier 1 item that you buy, it has to be unique though, you get plus 2% damage. So we need to buy 40 of them just to go back to 0. And that is the big issue of this character. You need to really go for percent damage. But if I pick up the 5% damage on the level up, it's actually just 1%. And that's why it tends to be better to go for something else, like melee damage or just something else, you know. And then you wait for the hardcore scaling items. Let that be the pearls, let that be when you reroll you get 1% damage, and so on. I would like to have harvesting or armor. Armor is also fine. Yeah, right. Bonus enemies is really good. Sure. Do you have a more expensive shop? I almost feel like I have no money. Dude, we'll throw so many javelins. This is a cool weapon on this guy. Like, the guaranteed crit makes this quite good. Right? Because you need to consider every item or every weapon that you pick with this guy has heavily reduced damage, but if you have a built-in crit, you double that damage. And even though it's still low damage, that is one way to cheat out a lot of damage. By just guaranteeing a crit. There, we'll take that 2% damage, nice. One more armor. We'll roll. I want melee damage. Harvesting. Perfect. I could take this as a very cheap item, but I don't care right now. I will probably take it in the future. I will take this because it's cheap. So with this character, the right strategy, the way I play the character is... okay, that sounds like the way I play characters, it's right. But rather, like, I've tested out several strategies with this guy. And you don't actually want to upgrade your weapon a lot. Like, yes, if you find it, you do it. But compared to other characters, you don't really skip items. Now, some items are worse than others, you know. You don't take them because they're really not worth it. But in general, if you just buy different common items, you will easily get to normal damage. And then it gets really difficult because you have 1/5 of the damage scaling compared to anyone else, right? That is dangerous. So harvesting. We take you, we take you, we take you. 1.2% damage, don't really care. Another javelin, beautiful, we'll take you. That is also a cheap item, but I am at a huge risk of dying now. Do I have healing? I think I have lifesteal or something. I must have something. Or is it HP regeneration? HP regeneration, okay. It felt like it was a lot of HP, that's why I thought it was lifesteal. Because we shoot out so many projectiles, lifesteal is actually really good on this guy. But it's HP regeneration. Beautiful. That kind of saved us, because otherwise I wouldn't have had a way to heal. And I would have stayed on 1 HP until I get fruits. Scheiße. Yeah, I tried. Percent damage, sure, but that was just a tiny bit. I don't really want any of these. Cake is okay. You're also okay, but let's upgrade the weapon, because now it's every 4th shot that is guaranteed to crit. It's, by the way, it's not a guarantee to crit. The way it works is, it gives you plus 100% crit chance, so it says that. But the first time I played with the weapon, I consider this as just guaranteed crit, right? It's easier to remember. Randomly started going into German there. It's easier to remember to just say guaranteed crit instead of it gives you plus 100% crit chance. The problem is, if you have negative crit chance, like let's say minus 50% crit chance, you actually only have a 50% crit chance to crit because it's plus 100. And that is kind of important to know. Like, it's not that important. In most cases, it won't make a difference because there aren't that many reasons to reduce your crit chance. And sometimes you also get random items that just give you crit. You know, because we want to bump up our... Like, we want to get all of these items either way. And some of them have crit. But yeah, attack speed is very good because then we crit more. Talking about that, we actually get... No, do we get damage? Yeah, we get damage out of that. Perfect. You. So Wisdom is 1% damage. I don't hate it. The only issue is it takes away so much money. I don't care. It takes away so much money. I don't think it's worth it. Which sounds weird. But if you think about it, over an entire 60-second wave, we only get 12% bonus damage. Right? And that is not that much. Now, is it still a good item? But it's not even that much because it's actually 9%. Because we lose 15%, which on this character is minus 3, plus 12 is 9. But yeah, so it's not that it's not worth it, it's just you can use the money this item costs to find a lot more valuable things. Even if I would just find 2 coffees, for example, the common items, they would be worth so much more than that entire item. Now eventually, once we have enough, like, you know, enough scaling or build up to get through the game, I will definitely take it if I come across it. Perfect. Another coupon. Perfect. I should take you. I don't really care about you. That's a bit too expensive. This is not bad. The problem is we don't really expect crit kills is the issue. Like, we only crit every 4th shot, though we have a lot of crit damage, so maybe it's not that horrible, but not right now. Maybe in the future. I'll take that though. 36 is manageable. Holy moly, that looks so cool. Like, when we shoot the armada of projectiles out, it's really cool. If the item would read, whenever you crit hit the enemies, you have a chance to heal, 100% I would have bought it. 100%. By the way, why do I have 50 HP? How did that happen? Like, I know the character or the weapon gives you plus 15 HP. But that means I have 35 HP. I guess I just bought so many common items. But all of these common items that we bought just for percent damage, usually you would roll instead, you would max out your weapon. Then you're so far ahead of the curve damage-wise that you just take a little bit of base damage. You know, because they usually tend to go up in base damage. And then you can fully focus on economy. We can't really do that today. And that's the same reason why we can't go for super expensive items unless they're really good. But finding percent damage in Brotato is simple. More attack speed or damage? That is actually a good question. I'll go for the attack speed. We already have you. I can take that. Sure. I will definitely take that. I will take that. I will take that. That is so much percent damage. It reduces our range though. And it's expensive. But it's actually not that much expensive. Like it's... Well, it's 2.4% damage. I skip items for 40 that give me 2% damage. You know, so it's like, does it really make sense? Not really. Ooh, nerfing all of our pierce damage for this. And minus 5% damage. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, that will take way more to make up the loss in pierce damage. And because we already deal so little damage, we really don't want to lower our pierce damage even more, you know. But this should be simple. Oh. This is a weak spam wave. So we can even stand still, that all of the material gathers around us. And then we can hoover it up more easily. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm still hung up a little bit on the wisdom. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have taken it. But things like these are really way harder to answer than they seem. One thing you really shouldn't underestimate is, whenever you skip something like this, you give yourself a chance to find really good items. Now, this doesn't happen every time, but it doesn't need to happen every time. If you do it like 4 times and it happens once, then you suddenly have a jackpot item that carries your entire run. Like if you found the hunting trophy, for example, that would have been insane. Range is not bad, but yeah, I wanted harvesting here. Melee damage is insane. But I wanted harvesting with the crown. There was a javelin. Oh my god, nice. I'm not used to the weapon. Minus, nah, I don't care. I care. I don't really care. I care. Beautiful. Oh, that is a good one. But do you see that? Like, that item is 2% bonus damage compared to the other one, giving us 2.4%. It also gives us speed, which we need to kite the enemies. And yes, it has a little bit of minus range, but actually less than the other one. And even now, later, where inflation increased the price, I think twice, it's still almost half as cheap. Because the other one was 80, this one is like 43 or something. I don't know what it said. But yeah. So, and that is the huge difference. Now, one valid thing you can say is, yeah, but you can buy the percent damage item an infinite amount of times, but your common items that you can buy, they are highly limited. And that is a valid critique you could give me, or could give the decision, rather, where you say, are you sure that's really worth it? And I would say the same reason why I didn't go for the other item, the wisdom, applies here. We will take it in the future once we have the groundwork done for the run. Once I feel like I can easily get through the game, but the only thing we need now is damage to make sure I don't die. Yeah, that will not happen. Harvesting? Oh my god, insane. So, how much does the red one change? I think the red one is every second projectile, right? So that's a 15% increase. That's actually really good. Yeah, 50% increase. Actually more than that, because the crit damage also goes up. Okay, so we want to focus on turning them red before we do anything else. That is not bad. You know what? I'll take it. It's fine. We still have 4 armor. That is more than enough. Beautiful. 3 elites. We faced 3 elites. Was this the character that faced only elites? I don't think so. We just got unlucky. It is what it is, though. Do we have lifesteal? Yes, 5%. Beautiful. But do you notice how comfortable the run is overall? How we are doing? Even though we bought so many trash items, each of those items said, I have plus 10% damage attached to me. And suddenly they are very worth it. This is really cool. Do I want to go for more attack speed or do I want to go for melee damage? We could also go for crit. I don't think that's worth it though. We are better off if we just focus on base damage or attack speed, because attack speed means we crit more. And then we focus on upgrading the Javelins now to red levels, that they all have the best crit levels. Yeah, that is good. Wow, that gives us damage. That's fun enough that is still bonus damage. Luck or harvesting? Attacks? Nah, we have enough attack speed. Armor? Harvesting. Javelin? Oh, I'll do it, I'll do it. At this point, we have more money that these things are possible. I don't need a dodge cap because there's no way we reach that. Ah, that didn't need to happen. I should use my mouse cursor here, by the way, to focus on the boss, but the problem in Brotato is there's like a weird bug that is in there forever. That your mouse cursor is invisible. And that makes it really hard to use your mouse cursor to aim at something, because you first have to left click. Like, do you see my mouse cursor? Maybe flickering rarely, but when it sits still, you don't see it. So first I have to click, and then I see where it is. And because action is going on, you don't actually notice it that easily. Like right now, we have nothing to do, so it's easy to see it. But when action is going on, I actually have to wait until the character shoots and check what direction is the character shooting at. And that's how I find the cursor. And in a moment where you can die with like 4 hits of the boss, that is not a good thing to do. But yeah, the reason why we wanted to do it is, if the boss hits me a couple of times, is nowhere close to dying, I hate you, then I will just lose the game. And that would be bad. Melee damage. Now, oh my, what just happened here? Okay. Beautiful. I want to have way more attack speed, and it would already limit our attack speed, so... Ooh. Ooh. So funny enough, I may have to increase my crit by a tiny bit, but that is so much melee damage. That is a lot of melee damage, in fact. And all of a sudden, our damage problem is taken care of. Like, but do you see that, right? Like, the way I played the game, even when you said, Dex, you should have taken Wisdom, it's so much better. You always gotta ask yourself, do I need it though? Or do I want to wait for other alternatives that may be better and have better chance to achieve something? And we defeated the elite, right? That is the measurement pretty much, how well we are doing. If you can defeat an elite as easily, as fast as we did, you're doing more than fine. And any bonus damage that you technically get at that point is a waste for potentially good RNG. However, if we don't ever get Wisdom, right, that's also not that great. But still, it's only 12% bonus damage over an entire 60-second wave. So at the very end, it's that damage. So in fact, it's actually, like, it's only 8%. Like, -3 plus 12, but -1. Because the last one happens at 0 seconds. And you can't do anything with 0 seconds. Let's go for more attack speed. So, you definitely happen. We have to sell you. We have to get you. Well, we don't have to, but I want to. Yeah, sure. Why not? Sounds good. We are hoping for the black flag. That would be a jackpot right now. Anything with economy. Like, to be honest, usually you get bags. Early on, we don't have a single bag, right? No. We don't have a single bag. The moment you get bags, you can focus a bit more on luck. Because you get money out of it, that is economy. I don't usually mention that, but you may notice whenever I find bags, I start going way more for luck. And then I also go for fruit healing, consumable healing, because more luck means more drops of those. And then you can even use that not only as an economy item, and it's double good, right? Because not only do you get money when a crate is dropped because of the bag, but you also get an item in the crate. But it's also healing that keeps you alive. So you need less armor, less lifesteal, less HP regeneration. Yeah. And once you understand those things about Brotato, you don't even think about them anymore, I would say. And it makes the game so much easier because there are so many mechanics that go hand in hand. Let's roll once. Do I take the crit once to make sure we have it? Sure, why not? Yeah, you know what, that is late enough that I'm not mad about it. I should have taken this, by the way. Like, definitely. Ooh. I'm not the biggest fan of it. By far not. However, it gives us a big burst of damage. And because we are either way squishy, it's not like I can take a lot of hits. Like that amount of hits, we need to take 10 hits. If I take that amount of hits, the run is already over. Like half the amount. Now, to be fair, I can heal and stuff, you know. But it still means we got bonus damage out of it. And one thing with that item that you have to keep in mind is, even if you end up on a negative value that it removes damage from you, for majority of the run of the fight, you still had bonus damage, but the same thing kind of kicks in, where you could argue, is that really worth the money? But now we are so late in the game, rolling is very expensive, so this is where you take the mediocre items, those that aren't that great. That you skipped before because they were too expensive, but now it's like, if you skip now, if you keep rerolling, all of your money is gone. So this is the moment where you get them. Though if it's not cursed, I may not take it, by the way. Sure, burn the enemies then. Okay, that's funny. I was about to say, we have to find a sausage though to actually burn the enemies, it's just there. Crit? Nah. Melee. Yeah, I wanted to have more harvesting ages ago, but didn't happen. Okay, I will say, luck is good, armor is good, dodge is okay, speed is okay, attack speed is good, damage is good, lifesteal is okay. You know what? That is one of the rare occasions where that item is actually very solid. Let's get a cursed one. Just one of them cursed. I think cursed, they will crit every single shot. If I remember that right. Which is absurd. Like, it's completely absurd. Now, there is one tiny issue in the game, which is if you get the lucky coin, like if you go endless and get the lucky coin, you want to crit. You want to have crit because it gets converted into luck, right? And that makes this a little bit redundant, but just for a normal game, it's you know what, I'll just kill you. Just for a normal game, it's definitely good. Or it's not a concern, I should say. Usually, it's not even worth it to take the lucky coin. Like, you're better off just taking the money, at least especially if you have the recycle item. And the -2 armor can be a lot more damning than getting a bit more luck. Because usually you don't have that much crit to begin with. That it's worth it, and you get it very late in the game. So it's especially not worth it. I want to have melee damage or percent. Let's go for melee damage. Yeah, potato, put that. Let's get a purple one. I could take this, but I don't care enough. This is not horrible. Honestly, this is also fine. Oh, well. You have so much cursed chance. Ugh, you know what? I don't care. I'll keep all of them. Like, if the shirt now gets cursed, I'll actually be a little bit mad. Though what could also happen is the 35% failed on another item. In case you don't know that how the curse mechanic works is, for all of the items that you lock, it only looks at those that are not cursed though. And then it pulls a random item of those that you have cursed. So it doesn't go left to right or right to left or something, or most expensive to least expensive or the other way around. It just randomly pulls one of the locked items, checks if it can curse it, and if it didn't, well, it always goes to the next one. Like, right, like, but it goes through them one by one. And if all of them failed, then it gives you a bonus pity chance, which is 1/4 of your current curse chance, but not including the old pity chance, per item. So with 3 items, that would be 75% of our current curse chance, which is 20%. So 15. Yeah, sure, another potato, I'll take it, sure. Okay, I'll take that for the bonus damage, but I'll regret that. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. At least give me one of these, please. You know what? I don't want to curse that. It's not worth that. How much? We now have a 55% chance to curse. That's a meme. I want the big boys to hatch. They're worth a lot of money. And next round, like, we are so strong right now. Next round, I just want to roll and for Javelins and lock them. We especially want to find a blue one and a purple one. Blue one would be best, because blue cursed one, so your odds of your odds for the curse level of a weapon, as far as I know at least, is always the same, no matter what the level of the weapon is, or the cost, or the rarity, or anything. And every single time you upgrade a weapon, you have a chance to increase the curse level. Not to reduce. There was a thing in the very beginning when curse came out, and I hated that. Because it made it really painful to ever curse something. And it felt so bad, right? So I love that they changed that. But the point is, if we get a blue one, the moment we buy it and combine it with the blue one that we have a chance to increase the curse level. And then once again, afterwards, when we get it to the red level. Yeah, that's a bit too late, my friend. Javelin. Oh, you dingus. You of course upgrade them. Nice, by the way, but seriously? Okay, if you didn't curse that, I'm actually gonna be mad. I'm actually gonna be really mad. Though the sad thing is, I'm not even sure if we can upgrade. Didn't I get the spy item? No. Okay. That was another run. Why do we have so much damage? Like, this character is a horrible character. It's a very... Okay, no, wrong. This character is an amazing character for wave 20. And you gotta keep in mind, almost all characters, if not all of them, are only balanced around the base game of Brotato until wave 20. Endless is more like a reward for the players. It's an additional thing, but nothing in the game is balanced around that. And for wave 20, this character is amazing, if you know how to play it. But beyond wave 20, it is a horrible character, because you only have 1/5 of the damage scaling, right? It's abysmal. So early on it's fine, because you buy the common items, you fix your damage with that, kind of. But in Endless, it's really bad. Nice damage, by the way. Ja, deine Mutter, weißt du. Sure. Okay. What? What? How is that even possible? Oh, Brudi. No, but how is it even So we're doing this again, huh? We're Man, I hate this guy sometimes. Like, I'm not kidding. I hate it. Did you guys already expect that there was another one at the end here? This is what happened the last time. Oh, God. I'm depressed right now. I wanted to have one cursed one, you know? For the crit every single shot, and we just didn't get it. Nice. I don't think we got hit a single time. Beautiful. Well, that was still a lot of fun, though. Quick, simple, easy strategy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, la-di-da. See you next time. Bye-bye.